Hi and welcome back to the channel. In this video, I'll show you how to set up a Google Ads campaign for web design companies. As you can imagine, on Google Ads, it is competitive for this industry. However, at the same time, it's not difficult to get your company to stand out. So as an example here, what I've done is I've VPN'd into Charlotte, North Carolina, searching for website designers Charlotte NC on Google. And these were the first four ads that popped up. And as you can see, only two of them mention Charlotte in the headlines or descriptions. And then three of these companies, they're not even located in Charlotte or North Carolina. I checked beforehand, at least to the best of my knowledge. Um, and so one way to stand out, differentiate yourself, if you're say a Charlotte-based web design company, what you can do is you can create an ad with highly localized ad copy, showcasing your expertise, your experience helping out Charlotte-based businesses. So we're going to create a campaign for that here right now. So you're going to sign into your Google Ads account. You're going to go to campaigns, the campaigns drop down, click campaigns again, and then click the plus button. Select new campaign. For the objective, you can either select leads or create a campaign without guidance. I'm just going to select leads. And then for the conversion goals, you're going to want to set these up using Google Tag or Google Tag Manager beforehand. Um, I, I prefer to use Google Tag Manager. And then at a high level, the types of conversion goals you're going to want to select for this campaign, they're going to be either both phone calls and then website form submissions. Click continue. Then for select a campaign type, we're going to go with search. It's most likely going to give us the highest click through and conversion compared to both Performance Max or display or any of these other ones here for the at least for this particular type of campaign. Then you can fill these out right now. Like for example, you can put in your phone number here. However, I'm just going to skip it. It's not necessary. Then for the campaign name, we're going to call this local web design leads. Click continue. All right, so for bidding, we're given four different options when creating a campaign. We're going to select clicks, and then you can set a maximum CPC bid limit, cost per click bid limit. I did some research, and I'd say that $20 is a good limit here. If you want more control over your bidding, though, and I'll show you this later on, is that after you're done creating the campaign, you can go back in and change the bidding strategy to Manual CPC. However, Google doesn't give us this option like when we're creating a campaign because they just want to give us the strategies that best benefit, Google, not necessarily the advertiser. So then customer acquisition, we're not going to limit ourselves to the new customers. For networks, both of these, you're not going to like have a high click-through rate or conversion rate relative to, just Google itself. Generally speaking, at least for this type of campaign. So I'm going to deselect both of these. If we were to advertise on the display network, we would create a display campaign. For locations, you can, you can target, the entire country, or you can create a multinational campaign if you want. However, I found that many of those can be like too broad and have a lower click-through and conversion rate relative to more like localized or more specific niche campaigns. And for this one, we're gonna want to target people who are in Charlotte, North Carolina. So we're gonna enter another location and then type in Charlotte. And then this is a crucial setting. Don't forget this step. We're just gonna want to select presence. So we're gonna want to target people who are in or regularly in the Charlotte area. If you select presence or interest, Google will show your ad to, in theory, like anyone around the world. Languages, just going with English for now. For audience segments, this isn't crucial, especially if, there aren't any applicable audience segments for your type of campaign. However, for web design companies, one that I like, I'll just give you one example, is let's go back here. So in market, so people who are actively researching or planning to purchase like these products or services, going to business services, go down to business technology, web services, and you can see here people who are actively researching domain registration, web design and development, and web hosting. So we're going to select this particular segment and then leave it on observation for right now. Targeting, it would just limit the campaign to just this particular segment, which is way too narrow. And then broad match, skip this. Then add rotation. I'd say unless you really want to do A/B testing and have, the campaign really evenly distribute, the impressions, unless you want to do that, I would just go with optimize and let Google choose the best performing ads. Even though, it may not be, perfectly what Google determines as the best may not be, perfectly aligned with the advertiser and their goals. And then more settings. So ad schedule. This is very critical. You want to align this with your hours of operation. So like you don't necessarily want to be like getting phone calls from people at like 2 in the morning who've seen your ad. So you want to make this when you're willing to pick up the phone or respond to customers potentially. So let's just do Monday through Friday, 8 to 6. Set it at that. Okay, and then let's just select next. Yeah, skip the AI portion. All right, so for ad groups at a high level, when you're creating an ad group, you want to create them around a similar theme, choosing similar keywords, and creating a highly relevant ad for those keywords, which then leads to a highly relevant landing page, right? So we're gonna go ahead and do a little bit of keyword research here. Okay, I'm gonna switch over to the Google Keyword Planner. You get there by going to Tools and under Planning, Keyword Planner, and then click Discover New Keywords. Okay, we're gonna set our location to align with the campaign. Charlotte. Go, click Save. And we're gonna type in some, likely keywords of what people are searching for that are relevant for this campaign. So let's do website design company near me, website designers, Charlotte. Okay, and then click get results. This, and I like to open it up in a spreadsheet. So over here, download keyword ideas, Google Sheets. Okay, and I typically like to sort by volume. So let's just data, create filter, and then sort this. See, let's make this visible. And you're going to want to choose those keywords that are the most high intent for your products and services. So let's go. Some of these that I like, I'm going to just highlight some of these. Let's say web design Charlotte. Then this one looks pretty good. Just going to pick out a handful. Then website design company near me. That one. And then let's go with website designer Charlotte. Let's choose these four. You're gonna want to choose a handful of keywords, but not too many. My recommendation would be, I'd say like under 10, under 10. And for purposes of this example, I'm just going to choose these four. Then I just filter these for now. All right, so we have our four keywords. And then one thing to cover that I want to touch on briefly, is that there are different match types for the keywords. So you can see here we have broad match, phrase match, and exact match, and this is the syntax for each of the different types of keywords. And to go over here to Google's official documentation of the keyword matching options, exact match, the ads will show on the searches with the same meaning as the keyword. Phrase match, they'll show on searches that include the meaning of a keyword, and broad match, they may show on searches that quote unquote relate to your keyword. Um, for the purposes of this campaign in general, we're just going to go with exact match and phrase match. Broad match can be a little bit too broad in terms of like when it shows for your keyword, when the ads show for your keyword. For example, you can see the example here. Um, so you might get some, irrelevant searches. Same thing that I found with phrase match, with the close variance, is that sometimes they can just be not relevant to the search terms won't be, really relevant or matching to your particular keyword. So again, we're just going to do select phrase match and exact match. So we will take our four keywords that we have selected. You can go to keywordwrap.com or AdWords Wrapper, or there are a number of other sites that do this, and it automatically applies the applicable syntax that we want. So copy paste and then click wrap keywords, and then we're going to select this one, phrase and exact match as mentioned. Then copy, then go back to the search campaign and paste to enter the keywords. All right, there we go. Okay, for the final URL, as mentioned, you want to, let me close this out. You want to put in a landing page that is, highly relevant to what people are looking for. So in this case, in an ideal world, if you're, the Charlotte-based web design company, you're going to want to direct them to a page that talks about your services to Charlotte-based businesses, as well as, show some examples of websites that you've created for those businesses, and then Charlotte customer testimonials, and then contact information to your Charlotte area office. But for purposes of this example, I'm just going to fill in my own website. Charlotte. There we go. And the display path, this is what shows, get it to refresh. This is what it'll show like right here. And again, you want to make this, relevant to what people are searching for. So we can do something like Charlotte web design. There we go. And as you can see in the preview, it now shows the display path that we typed in. Okay. For headlines, again, you want to make these very relevant to what people are searching for. Some general themes for what I've seen work here are, keyword-based headlines. You can have call to action headlines, then company differentiator headlines, what makes your company stand out, what makes your company different, and then also price headlines too. So I'll just give you like 4 examples of those. So Charlotte web design, call to action, book, call today, differentiator, top rated, Charlotte web design, and then custom sites 9. And you want to fill out all of these different headlines. So you want to fill out all 15 headlines to give Google like as much to test out as possible and find an optimal ad to show people. And the descriptions, for the descriptions, gonna want to do the same thing, make it very relevant. So get a, let's say, custom site fast, Charlotte's top web top web designers, get your free quote today. One, professional site design in Charlotte, affordable and high quality. 20 years experience, something like that. Again, for this particular example, we want to make sure we highlight, the company's uh, experience, expertise in the Charlotte area. And like with headlines, you're going to want to fill out all four of the descriptions. You can add images to the campaign if you want. Not, I don't think it's like that crucial, um, just for this type of like company and service. And then business name, you want to fill that out, and your business logo makes it look more professional. Then you'd also want to include site links. So site links will show underneath the ad, and it'll take people to like the specific pages on your website. So let's click site links. Let's go this way. All right. So here again, you know what? You want to make them relevant to the campaign and to what people are searching for. So in this case, some examples would be, if you have a specific page dedicated to your portfolio of Charlotte business websites, you could see our Charlotte websites. Oops. Um, see Charlotte websites. You can fill in some descriptions if you like, and then you can put in the final URL. And the final URL, you can put in the specific link to that page. Others that would be relevant could be pricing, and then you can include a description as well as the URL to the pricing page on your website. Site link, you could do get a quote, and then fill in the respective URL or do contact us, etc. Then for more asset types, you can add a few of these. If you're having a promotion, you can add that. And then you're going to definitely want to add your phone number so people can call you directly from the ad. And then do some call outs. I'll go over that briefly. So this adds some text to the end of your ad underneath after the description. So do something like free quote. You're going to do Charlotte web design, and Google will make the determine whether or not to show it like at the end of the description. And these are good for, you can highlight your like key features or benefits, and make your ad like more visible, potentially lead to higher click through. So I'm not going to save it right now. And then, okay, click done. We're just going to create one ad for now. Click next. Okay, for budget. So you're going to want to do some research and select the best budget for your determine the best budget for your campaign. I wouldn't just trust Google's recommendation offhand. Again, you know, it benefits Google if you spend more on the platform, and so they're going to give you a more liberal or more aggressive, budget than you probably need. So I'm going to set the custom budget. One budget that I've seen, work well for this niche has been, and again, it depends on like the area and like the type of campaign, but I'd say around like $70 is like a good starting point. Just kind of ignore that for now. Click next. Okay. Then we're going to, make sure you review everything. Make sure all of the settings are, what you want. And then you're going to click Publish Campaign. All right, now that our campaign is created and launched successfully, I'll show you how to change the bidding strategy. So for this, as a first step, I'm gonna pause this campaign because I don't want to inadvertently spend money. Then what you'll do is you'll go to the gear icon for settings, then go down to bidding. Remember we set maximize clicks when we created this. I'm gonna change bid strategy. Going to select a bid strategy directly, click the drop down, and then select Manual CPC. And ignore the warnings from Google and click Save. All right, let's go back to the campaign screen. And what you'll see now, let me refresh the page. Okay, what you'll see now is the column to set the default max CPC. So you can set it at the ad group level, or what you can do if you want more control, go to search keywords, and you can even set it at the keyword level. So you can choose to bid more or less, set a custom bid for each individual keyword. Right now it's at the default. So you just click the pencil icon and then input a value. All right, so that's pretty much it. So I want to thank everyone for watching. And if you want me to set up and manage your Google Ads campaigns, you can schedule a free discovery call using the link below, and we can see if there's a good fit. And if you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell for more insights.